Hey guys, my name is Masud. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to discuss how to protect your mental health as a physiotherapist. Now, this video will probably appeal to not only a physio, but other health professionals as well, as typically any healthcare practitioner will understand the issues that health professionals face on a daily basis or over time. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of context or backstory as to why I actually came up with this idea before I go into the main points of this video. So this week, I actually had a patient who I saw who had a complaint that they had seen their GP and their GP had brushed them off and just given them painkillers without being attentive to the actual person, and they didn't listen to their problems. That's what the patient was telling me. And I understood the patient's concern, and it's not the first time that I've heard this complaint. I think not only GPs, but even physios, especially depending on the setting that you work in. For me, as a musculoskeletal physio, outpatients physios, I'm seeing a high number of people in a day, so 16 people a day. That doctor or GP that patient has seen probably saw about 20 to 30 people in that day. So I guess my response to that person was, I do understand what you're saying, and I understand why you might feel like you haven't been listened to, but I think if we understood the perspective of the doctor, we can kind of maybe see why they actually did that, and if it actually resulted in a positive outcome for that patient. And to break it down a bit more, with the doctor seeing 20 to 30 people, as a physio you're seeing 16 people a day times 5, so about 80 people. The doctor's seeing about 300 or 150, whatever, in a week, times up by 4 in a month. They're seeing about 600. You're seeing about 320 as a physio. People every single day in, day out, all the time. You're listening to people's pains and problems, and you have to actually give yourself and make sure that person is heard and feels like they're being taken care of. That takes a lot of energy, and I think initially, as you start as a health practitioner or a doctor, as someone who's providing care to someone, you have the best intentions, but over time it's tricky. It's a hard balance to have, and I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I think as a health professional, you tend to go into like a work mode, and you kind of forget sometimes that there's a patient in front of you, and it's like, just provide the best advice and treatment that you can give to that person, so you can move on to the next person. It shouldn't actually be like that. You should remember that you have someone in front of you, but sometimes I guess as a health professional and you just get to a stage where it just becomes work, and I think it's probably very dangerous to be in that position. So I guess the reason why I wanted to make this video is to see if there's other ways that we can possibly look at to help work around this issue. So a few ways that I kind of, tend to de-stress, I guess, if you like, is just going to the gym, speaking to other health professionals, staying within a network of like-minded people. I think that's really important. And reading, just generally finding something that you can take your mind off what you're doing. Because as a physio, MSK physio, I would say, you're seeing so many people a day, you're listening to their pains and problems, and at the end of the day, you kind of don't have anyone to speak to yourself. So it's just really important to keep yourself level-headed and positive. At the end of the week, sometimes it can be so tiring, and I know what it feels like. So I think that it's very key to keep yourself in a positive mood, because it can definitely impact your practice. Anyway, that was really my video. I wanted to just share that story and I guess share my advice and tips from what I've actually done myself in the past. If there's any way that you as a health professional have encountered or have basically worked around keeping your mental health positive, then please feel free to share any comments down below. I'm sure other people will find value in what you have to say. And make sure you like this video and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.